Aquatics Nation, this is your community, and I am your host of the Aquatics Today podcast, Jamal Hill. So strap in, whether you're on your way to work or you're already there. Let's get inspired. Let's get it going. Great morning, Aquatics Nation. We're here, we're ready to go. If you're not in the office, I know you're headed there. Heck, maybe you're still working from home. Wherever you are, you're ready to go. This is your day, so let's go get it. Some big things happening in the U.S. today, right? Obviously, we've got the State of the Union address coming from the President later today. President of the United States, that is. But at Aquatics Today, we've got a few announcements I just want you to be aware of. Later today, there will be a State of the Union in Aquatics address given by yours truly, the President here at Aquatics Today, Jamal Hill. Tune in. It's going to be some really powerful, inspiring content there. On March the 9th, we're having our partners meet. You can just go to aquaticstoday.com, click on the link that says partner, and you'll have an opportunity to sit in with anywhere from 20 to 30 of our media partners and hear about where the future is going. Last but not least, be aware of this, Aquatics Nation. March the 23rd, we're having an Aquatics and Equity Summit with 6 fantastic speakers. They're bigger than the aquatic space, but they're from really reputable organizations. Trust me, you're going to want to hear more. Check it out. Today's inspirational quote is brought to us by podstatus.com. And what Podstatus does is they pretty much take all the rankings from Apple Podcasts, they crunch it down, and they make it easily accessible to people like you and me. In the last 30 days, Aquatics Nation, you're not going to believe this. This podcast, the Aquatics Today podcast, is ranked number 1 in swimming in Canada, number 1 in swimming in Uzbekistan, number 1 in swimming in Serbia, number 1 in swimming in Ghana, number 3 in swimming in the United States, okay? And number 49th in entire sports in Ghana. So listen, obviously we have an international audience. Thank you all so much, and thank you Podstatus. Thank you podstatus.com for your wonderful services. So let's get into it. A brand is no longer what we tell the consumer it is. It is what consumers tell each other it is. That's a quote from Scott Cook, the founder of Intuit. And this quote is so powerful, actually. I got a good story for you. The year is 2017. I recently had founded a digital marketing agency after, a few internships and studying really from one of the best digital marketers of our generation, Ty Lopez. I was working my own company, building my own leads, me and a business partner and I, and the name of the agency was Cultural Competence Marketing, okay, CCM. We go to a conference, we go to I think it was the Dave Asbury Athletic Show. And we're going through the venue, myself and my partner, and again, we're fishing for clients. We want to help people ultimately increase sales, see a greater return on investment from their digital engagement, right? Their email campaigns, their social medias, what have you. So we're making our way around, a couple of good-looking guys, well-spoken, having a great time. We go all around, hit every booth. At the end of it, right, we walk out of there with nothing. A few days later, my phone rings. A bed company, really, Samina Beds, really just a wonderful product. Yeah, I don't want to say too much, but no metal in the bed, so no EMF. Either way, they call us up, and they say, hey, are you guys the social media swimmers? Mind you, we have never introduced ourselves as the social media swimmers, but when we were making rounds, we apparently made a really good impression on an influencer in that space. And the only thing they could remember is that we were swimmers and that we did social media. And so at the end of the conference, this lady went over to the bed company and said, hey, you should work with those guys. They're great. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? This is what it is. We went in there telling people our name. And still, ultimately, what got us hired was what a consumer, right, told another consumer that we were. We were the social media swimmers, and we were good to go with, and that's what landed us the client. So I just wanted to share that with you. And again, thank you, podstatus.com, for bringing us that amazing inspirational quote today. The title of today's episode, Purple Cow, is actually inspired by one of my favorite books on branding by a man called Seth Godin. All right, Seth, Sethgodin. Seth Godin, world-renowned brander and marketer. This is a book you're gonna want to pick up. I don't care who you are, aquatics professional or not. Pick this book up. I don't care if you're like, Jamal, I don't even have a brand. Listen, you are a brand. Okay, so pick this up and learn a little something about just elevating the way that you not only carry yourself, but the way that you carry yourself communicates to others. So ultimately, the main point behind this book is this, okay? Look, we all got a goal. We all got some message we're trying to put out there to some target audience, to some consumer. And the truth of the matter is, ultimately, they don't care about you. They just don't. It doesn't matter if you're there to help them, to serve them, or if you're there to help yourself and serve yourself. They just don't care about you. Why? Guess what? They got too much to do already as it is, and too little time. We hear this all the time, especially when it comes to swim education and swim lessons, right? Too much to do that even something that can save really your family's entire legacy, all right? You lose your kids to water, they don't have kids, the whole family stops, right? So too much to do and so little time. So what happens? What I just said about the swim lesson, they ignore it. All those emails that you're sending, they're ignoring it. Those newsletters going out about this free swim day or new they're ignoring it. They don't care about you. And that's the truth of the matter, which is why today's episode is so important. If you can just take this one thing away, everything will change for you, okay? This is what the Purple Cow is. It's about being something eye-catching and special. Take a seat with me. We're in a car and we're riding through some green pastures, and there's a cow out there in the field. And we're riding. We got someplace to go. We're riding. There's a cow out there in the field. Are you going to say, hey, Jamal, look, there's a cow out there in the field. Stop, pull over. Let's take a picture? Dude, absolutely not. It's just a freaking cow. Why would we do that? Right? We already got too much to do in too little time. I'm not going to stop to see something just average, ordinary, and quite frankly, perfectly where it belongs. There's no interest in that. Now imagine that same situation. We're riding down the road. We're passing all these pastures. Do we both see a purple cow? You don't got to tell me to pull over. I've already skirted onto the brakes off to the roadside and we're out. I got to take a picture. I got to see this. Now, I might not take this cow home with me, but it's got my attention for right now, for sure. I'm here. I got to know, why is this cow purple? That's what Purple Cow is all about. Okay, and that is the type of ideology that I want you to be taken back into your business. I'm going to give you one more gem here, Aquatics Nation. It's a quote from that book. Author Seth Godin said this: "A brand is the set of expectations, memories, stories, and relationships that, taken all together, account for a consumer's decision to choose one product or service over another." We gotta be more holistic with the way that we think about our brands. Again, whether you're a city agency, a nonprofit, a for-profit business, an individual, an Instagram influencer, a student, we have to be more conscious about how we operate in the world communicates to those individuals, those groups, those things that we want to attract to us. So that's it, man. Look, I'm going to get off my soapbox. I hope you guys pulled a ton of value from today's episode. Like we said, you heard about that equity summit, so powerful, just so, oh man, God bless Ukraine. God bless, the Africans in Ukraine. you know, just a tumultuous time to be alive. And ultimately, what I think we're all looking for is equity, right? We don't want to see anybody underneath anybody's boots. So that's why it's going to be so imperative for you all to come out and support the Aquatics Equity Virtual Summit. You heard about those speakers during the show break. Just come through and support. It's going to be March the 23rd, and you'll see more materials about that soon. Later today, we have got the State of the Union in Aquatics address from yours truly, President Jamal Hill, talking about the state of aquatics. Obviously going to touch on that equity piece. And on March 9th, we have our monthly media partners meet. So you can join us. Just visit aquaticstoday.com. Click on the partners tab, and you'll be able to join us and 20 to 30 of our media partners as we ultimately design the future. Thanks so much for tuning in. As always, suit up, take the dive, and be that hero. Love you, Aquatics Nation. See you next week.